Good evening students. In this video we'll do question number 8 to question number 13 of exercise 10.2. So in question number 8, figure is given to us in the book. It is said that ABCD is a quadrilateral which is drawn to circumscribe a circle. So this quadrilateral is circumscribing the circle. That is, this quadrilateral is outside the circle. Then we have to prove that AB plus CD is equal to AD plus BC. Now we know this property that the lengths of tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. So over here P, Q, R and S are the points of contact. So you can see if A is the external point, AP and AS, these are the two tangents to the circle. So definitely their lengths would be equal. So we obtain AP is equal to AS. Now we take B as the external point. So BP is equal to BQ. So BP is equal to BQ. This is the second equation we obtain. Now we take C as the external point and we know that length of tangents from an external point to a circle are equal. So CQ is equal to CR. So I write down CQ over here because BQ plus CQ we can add it to get BC. So CQ is equal to CR and D is the external point. So DR is equal to DS. So we obtain DR is equal to DS. These are the four equations that we obtain. Now we simply add these four equations. So on adding we obtain AP plus BP plus CR plus DR is equal to AS plus BQ plus CQ plus DS. Now if we take this in one bracket, what is AP plus BP? It is AB. So we obtain AB plus what is CR plus DR? It is equal to CD. So AB plus CD is equal to, now over here AS plus DS, AS plus DS will become AD plus BQ plus CQ will become BC, and this is what we had to prove. So this is an important question. So write down important for it. Now we do the 11th question as it is related to the 8th question. So I am doing this first. Prove that the parallelogram circumscribing a circle is a rhombus. So this is the figure which is given to us. It is given to us that ABCD is a parallelogram. And you can see that this parallelogram is circumscribing the circle. It is outside the circle. Let these points of contact be P, Q, R and S. And we have to prove that ABCD is a rhombus. So if we prove that in a parallelogram, if the adjacent sides are equal, then it becomes a rhombus. So over here, we do the entire process that we have done in the 8th question in the same way. So we know that length of tangents from an external point to a circle are equal. So AP is equal to AS, BP is equal to BQ, then CR is equal to CQ, third equation, DR is equal to DS, like we have done in the previous question. Then we add these four equations, and on adding it in the same way, we obtain that AB plus CD is equal to AD plus BC. Till here it is exactly the same like we have done in the 8th question. Now over here, since ABCD is given to be a parallelogram, we know that opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So AB would be equal to CD. So in place of CD we write down AB, and AD is equal to BC. So in place of BC we write down AD. Since AB, CD is equal to AB, BC is equal to AD, opposite sides of parallelogram, these are equal. So that is why we obtain this. So this gives us twice of AB is equal to twice of AD. 2 and 2 gets cancelled and we obtain that AB is equal to AD. Now since ABCD is a parallelogram, and what we have proved? We have proved that the adjacent sides are equal. So therefore it becomes a rhombus. And its adjacent sides are equal. So therefore ABCD is a rhombus, and this is what we had to prove. Question number 9, figure is given to us in the book. It is given that xy and x dash y dash are two parallel tangents to a circle with center O, and another tangent AB with point of contact C intersecting xy at A and x dash y dash as at B. Then prove that angle AOB is equal to 90 degrees. This is what we have to prove. So we take this angle to be angle 1, this is angle 2, this is angle 3, and this is angle 4. So we know that the center lies on the bisector of the angle between the tangents. When we had proved that the lengths of tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal, when we had proved this theorem, in corollary we have discussed this. These are the two tangents and this is the angle between the tangents. And over here OP is the bisector of the angle between the tangents. That is, this angle is equal to this angle. So we say that the center lies on the bisector of the angle between the tangents. So over here these are the two tangents and OA is the bisector. Similarly over here BC and BQ are the tangents and OB is the bisector. So we write down, since the center lies on the bisector of the angle between the tangents, therefore angle 1 is equal to angle 2 and angle 3 is equal to angle 4. This is what we obtain. Let this be equation 1 and equation 2. Now since xy is parallel to x dash y dash, so this implies that angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4, this is equal to 180 degrees. These are the two parallel lines and this is the transversal. So we know that these angles, their sum would be 180 degrees because they are co-interior angles. So from here we obtain, since angle 1 is equal to angle 2, so we can write it as twice of angle 2, and angle 3 is equal to angle 4, so we can write it as twice of angle 3. This is what we obtain from equations 1 and 2. Twice of angle 2 plus twice of angle 3 is 180 degrees. 2 we can take out common. So from here we obtain that angle 2 plus angle 3 is of measure 90 degrees. This is what we obtain. Now we take this triangle AOB. In triangle AOB, we know that sum of all the three angles would be 180 degrees by the angle sum property. So angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle AOB is equal to 180 degrees by the angle sum property, and angle 2 plus angle 3 can be written as 90 degrees from equation 3. So we obtain 90 degrees plus angle AOB is equal to 180 degrees from equation 3. So from here angle AOB comes out to be 180 minus 90, that is 90 degrees, and this is what we had to prove. 10th question is a very simple question, but we only have to understand what do we have to prove in this question. Prove that the angle between the two tangents drawn from an external point to a circle. So this is the external point and these are the two tangents drawn from an external point to the circle, and this is the angle between them, angle 1. We have to prove that this angle is supplementary to the angle subtended by the line segment joining the points of contact at the center. So this is the point of contact and this is the center. This is the line segment joining the point of contact to the center. This is the line segment joining point of contact to the center. So we have to prove that angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degrees. That is, these are supplementary angles. This is what we have to prove. Now over here let this angle be angle 3 and let this angle be angle 4. So angle 3 is equal to 90 degrees and angle 4 is also 90 degrees, because we know that tangent is perpendicular to the radius. We have studied this theorem. This is the tangent and this is the radius. This is the tangent and this is the radius. Since tangent is perpendicular to the radius, so angle 3 is 90 degrees and angle 4 is 90 degrees. Now in quadrilateral PAOB, we know that sum of all the 4 angles would be 360 degrees by the angle sum property of quadrilateral. So angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 is equal to 360 degrees. So over here we substitute the value of angle 3 is 90 degrees, angle 4 90 degrees. So from here we obtain that angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 90 plus 90 is 180. 360 minus 180, that is 180 degrees. And this is what we had to prove. Question number 12. A triangle ABC is drawn to circumscribe a circle of radius 4 centimeters. So this is triangle ABC, which is circumscribing the circle. Radius is 4 centimeters. So OD is 4. OE is also the radius of the circle, and OF is also the radius of the same circle. So definitely each one of it would be 4 centimeters. This is given to us in the question. And over here we know that radius and tangents are perpendicular to each other. So OD is perpendicular to BC, OE is perpendicular to AB, and OF is perpendicular to AC, since tangent is perpendicular to the radius. So that is why these are perpendicular. After that they are saying the segments BD and DC, into which BC is divided by the point of contact D, are of length 8 centimeters and 6 centimeters respectively. Find the sides AB and AC. So this is given to be 6 centimeters. So this will also be 6 centimeters, because length of tangent from an external point to a circle are equal. And if BD is 8 centimeters, so BE will also be 8 centimeters, again because length of tangents from an external point to a circle are equal. Now we take this length AF to be X. So AE will also be X. So we write down, since the lengths of tangents from an external point to a circle are equal, therefore CD is equal to CF is 6 centimeters, BD is equal to BE is 8 centimeters, AF is equal to AE is equal to X. This we have assumed. So say AF is equal to AE is equal to X. Now we have to find the side AB and AC. So basically we have to find out the value of X. Then X plus 6 would be AC and X plus 8 would be AB. So over here the 3 sides of the triangle are given to us, so we can find out its area by Hero's formula. So we find out area of triangle ABC. Over here one of the sides is 6 plus 8, that is 14. Other side is X plus 6 and the third side is X plus 8. These are the 3 sides of the triangle. So the semi-perimeter would be A plus B plus C by 2, that is 14 plus X plus 6 plus X plus 8 by 2. So X plus X becomes 2X plus 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 plus 14 is 28 by 2. And when we divide by 2, we get this as X plus 14. So this is the value of S. So now we can find out the area of the triangle by the Hero's formula, which we have already studied in class 9th. And then we substitute the values. S is X plus 14. S minus A is this. S minus B. So it would be minus X minus 6. And S minus C. So it would be minus X minus 8. This is the area of triangle. We simplify this further. So over here 14 and 14 gets cancelled. We get x. Over here x and x gets cancelled and we obtain 8. And over here also x and x gets cancelled and we obtain 6. So this can be written as that the area of triangle is under root 6 8s are 48x into x plus 14. And let this be equation number 1. So we have first found out the area of this triangle by Hero's formula. This area is in terms of x. Now we can find out the area of this big triangle ABC by adding area of these three triangles. So we join AO, we join OB and we join OC. So area of triangle ABC would be area of triangle BOC plus area of triangle AOB plus area of triangle AOC. So over here we write down that area of triangle ABC is equal to area of triangle BOC plus area of triangle AOB plus area of triangle AOC. So plus area of triangle AOB plus area of triangle AOC. Now area of triangle we know is equal to half of base into height. So let us see the figure. BOC triangle. This is triangle BOC. So area is half of base. Base is 6 plus 8, that is 14, into height is 4 because this is the perpendicular. All these three are the perpendicular. Radius is perpendicular to the tangent. So half of 14 into 4. This is the area of triangle BOC. So half of 14 into 4. Plus area of triangle AOB. This is triangle AOB. So half of base, this is x plus 8 into height is 4. So half of x plus 8 into 4. Next we take area of triangle AOC. This is triangle AOC. So half of base into height. This is the base, x plus 6 into 4. So this is half of x plus 6 into 4. This area we have found out by half of base into height. Now 2 1s are 2 2s are 4. 2 1s are 2 2s are 4. 2 1s are 2 2s are 4. From all these three brackets we can take out 2 common. And we are left with 14 plus. Over here we are left with x plus 8 and over here we are left with x plus 6. On simplification, this gives us 2 into x plus x is 2x plus 6 plus 8 is 14 plus 14 is 28. From here also we can take out 2 common. So this becomes x plus 14. So area of triangle ABC comes out to be 4 into x plus 14 and let this be equation number 2. So in equation 1 we had found out area of this triangle ABC by Hero's formula, and in this here we have found out the area of the same triangle ABC by adding the area of these three triangles. So since over here from equation 1 and 2 we see that equation 1 also gives us area of triangle ABC and equation 2 also gives the area of the same triangle ABC. So definitely the areas would be equal. So let us equate it. 4 into x plus 14 is equal to, equation number 1 was under root 48x into x plus 14. Now to simplify it, what we'll do, we'll square both sides. So on squaring, 4 square becomes 16 and x plus 14 whole square. And when we square this side, so square root gets eliminated and we get 48x into x plus 14. Now let us simplify this. 16 1s are 16, 3s are 48. Now remember children, here we have x plus 14 whole square and here we have x plus 14. So do not cancel x plus 14 and x plus 14. If you cancel it, you lose one root. This is wrong. This is a quadratic equation and you should get two roots. So what do? We write this as x plus 14 whole square and we bring these terms on left hand side. So minus 3x into x plus 14 is equal to 0. This is one term and this is the other term. So we can take out x plus 14 common. So we get x plus 14 minus 3x is equal to 0. So this gives us x plus 14 into 14 minus x minus 3x is minus 2x is equal to 0. Now whenever the product of two quantities is 0, it implies that either this is 0 or this is 0. So from here we obtain x equal to minus 14 and 14 minus 2x equal to 0 or 2x equal to 14 or x equal to 7. Now x is this length. X is this length. It is this length. We have taken it as x. So definitely the length cannot be negative. So this negative value would be rejected. So the value of x obtained is 7. Now we have to find out the length AB and AC. So from the figure, AB is equal to x plus 8. So x plus 8, that is, it comes out to be 7 plus 8, that is 15 centimeters, and AC is equal to x plus 6, that is 7 plus 6, that is 13 centimeters. And this is what we had to find out. We had to find out the length AB and AC. Question number 13. Prove that the opposite sides of a quadrilateral circumscribing a circle subtend supplementary angles at the center of the circle. So we have a quadrilateral ABCD which is circumscribing the circle, and these are the points of contact P, Q, R and S. These are the points of contact. Now they are saying prove that the opposite sides of a quadrilateral. So we can see that AB and CD are the opposite sides of the quadrilateral. They subtend supplementary angles at the center of the circle. So this is the center of the circle. So this angle plus this angle is equal to 180 degrees. That is, we have to prove that angle AOB plus angle COD is equal to 180 degrees. Also, these are the opposite sides of the quadrilateral AD and BC. So these two angles also we have to prove that angle AOD plus angle BOC is equal to 180 degrees. They are also supplementary. This is what we have to prove. Now from here we start. We name this as angle 1. This is angle 2. This is angle 3. This is angle 4. This is angle 5. This is angle 6. This is angle 7. And this is angle 8. These are the 8 angles. Now over here we can see that AP and AS are the two tangents, and OA is the bisector of the angle between the tangents. So angle 1 would be equal to angle 2. So we write down that since the center lies on the bisector of the angle between the tangents, so therefore angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Similarly over here, these are the two tangents and OB is the bisector of the angle between the tangents. So angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Similarly angle 5 is equal to angle 6 and angle 7 is equal to angle 8. Now if we add all these 8 angles, their sum would be 360 degrees by the angle sum property of the quadrilateral. So angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 plus angle 5 plus angle 6 plus angle 7 plus angle 8 is equal to 360 degrees by the angle sum property of the quadrilateral. Over here we have angle 1 is equal to angle 2. So this can be written as twice of angle 2, Angle 3 is equal to angle 4. So this can be written as twice of angle 3. Angle 5 is equal to angle 6. So this can be written as twice of angle 6. Angle 7 is equal to angle 8. So this can be written as twice of angle 7. This is equal to 360 degrees. From here we can take out 2 common. So angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 6 plus angle 7. This comes out to be 360 upon 2, that is 180 degrees. Now if we look at triangle AOB, angle AOB plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is 180 degrees by the angle sum property. So angle 2 plus angle 3 can be written as 180 minus angle AOB. And similarly in this triangle, angle 6 plus angle 7 plus angle COD is 180 degrees. So angle 6 plus angle 7 can be written as 180 minus angle COD. So over here we write down the reason. Since angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle AOB is 180 degrees, angle 6 plus angle 7 plus angle COD is 180 degrees by the angle sum property. So that is why in place of angle 2 plus angle 3 we have written 180 minus angle AOB, and in place of angle 6 plus angle 7 we have written 180 minus angle COD. This is what we obtain. Now let us simplify this further. So from here 180 and 180 gets cancelled. So we obtain 180 degrees is equal to, we transpose these terms on right hand side. So 180 degrees is equal to angle AOB plus angle COD. And this is what we had to prove in the first part. Now also we have to prove that angle AOD plus angle BOC is 180 degrees. So from the figure we see that sum of all these 4 angles would be 360 degrees. That is angle AOB plus angle COD plus angle AOD plus angle BOC is equal to 360 degrees. Sum of all these 4 angles is 360 degrees. We have already proved that angle AOB plus angle COD is 180 degrees. So we substitute this value, plus angle AOD plus angle BOC is equal to 360 degrees. So from here we obtain that angle AOD plus angle BOC is equal to 360 minus 180, that is 180 degrees. So these are the 2 things which we had to prove.